in on the trail one, so we're good.
I can't get on. I pulled up Facebook and I can't see it.
Let's get here.
He just got it. Okay.
There you go.
Hi. I think we're on. I don't know.
I think it worked.
It's
I got a countdown.
Yeah, countdown worked. Hey, everyone, I'm running the show today. So if there's any issues, blame me.
I see Brian saying it's hard to find good help.
Oh, he might get a job now.
So yeah, no, I had to get Terran to kind of take over because next week I will be in the middle of the bush. So Terran's going to need to have to run it for Lesser Slave Lake. So Terran, it's your show.
It's my show. Well,
I'm just here for color commentary.
I was gonna say it's Denise's show, but I'll kick it off with at least introducing the event. The Southern, we have the Sask Coulee Classic coming up this weekend. Looking like it's going to be a good one. Weather out here is good. I haven't looked at the weather for out there. Is the weather looking good so far, Denise?
Yeah, it's looking good so far, as long as you don't look at the gusts, which those only happen in short bursts, right? So weather temperature is good. It's not calling for any rain, which is a miracle. We've had so much rain. It's looking good right now. So I think as long as the wind stays down, we'll be good.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we might as well jump right into it. We're going to be at Herbert Ferry Regional Park again. This is our 4th annual Sask Coulee Classic. So yeah, third one at Herbert Ferry. So pretty exciting. We've got a great group that comes out, and every year there's some new people that join us, and they just fall in love with fish in the river and the park. It's great. I actually, it was really uncanny timing. I ran into Larry, the park manager, just when I was running out to buy my little whiteboard for the tournament. So he gave me an update on the roads, and I do want to caution people. There has been 2 rear windows lost. I probably should get a glass company to sponsor us, but if you're towing a trailer, please cover your back windshield. Unless you don't like it, then don't cover it. But you will stand the risk of losing it. So the road in, as soon as you drop down into the valley, the road does take a curve. And one of our buddies that fished with us the first year out there, he had a little bit of a time with his boat yesterday. So It is slick if it's rained. Take your time getting down the hill. There's some washboard. We don't want anyone going off the edge before they even get to the campground. Directions. I think Terran's going to pull up a map. It's pretty straightforward. If you're coming from the west, you're going to hit a town.
He's got to remember how to share his screen now.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a struggle, you know. We'll do this.
Might. But if you're coming from the west, you're going to hit a town called Rush Lake. We might see it on the map. And from Rush Lake, you're going to just go straight towards the river, head towards it. There's a town. It's not really a town. There's a community hall called Main Center. There we are.
You'll have to direct me here.
All right. So
this Main Center.
I'm just looking for roads, actually.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I can go to.
Yeah, there's Main Center.
Where's the regular one? Traffic, isn't that the one? Default. Sorry, there we go. There you go. So here's Main Center.
Yeah, so when you hit the town of Main Center, you'll see kind of a community hall on the corner, and you want to turn there. I will have white signs, about 2x1 white signs in the ditches to point you the right direction. Follow those signs. Do not take any shortcuts that Google takes you on, because there's one shortcut if you come from Rush Lake through a Coulee, and you do not want to go through there with your campers. So go from Main Center, and like I said, you'll come either Rush Lake from the west or Herbert from the east. And
then you just take this road north to here?
Yeah, you'll take the Main Center road, and it does a few speed curve corrections, but just stay on that, and it'll take you down into the park.
Yeah, so this is where we're down in here.
Yep, right in that bay. And we are, once you get into the park, you're going to want to turn right, and you'll head right over towards that red roof building. That's our camp kitchen we have for the weekend. We do have the entire campground, so we will be kind of, I think we're going to be a little bit cramped in there. So in the past, we've been able to park alongside the bushes. I would love it if people could try and minimize on the space they take, so we all can fit in there. If we don't all fit in there, some people will have to go up to the teepee to the left. There's more camping up there. So it's a little ways away. It'd be nice if we could all fit in and be together over by the camp kitchen area. So campers and RVs will be on the gravel area, and tenting is in front of the camp kitchen. You can't drive there, but there's parking right in front of the kitchen. You can walk through with your tenting stuff. So there's a big grass area for tenting. And Larry's been trying to keep up with the grass, he said, but it's been unreal. So he said it looked really good this week. So we'll see how that is. I'm sure it'll be perfect. There is no power, no potable water. There's lake water right to the camp kitchen. There is a really nice, actually, porta potty set up there. There is a sewer dump, but you need to have a tote for your campers. So if you have a tote, bring it, then you can dump there. Camping's $10 a night, paid cash to me upon check-in. It's not fun chasing people after the fact for cash for camping, and I need to pay Larry before I leave. So Brian kind of wants me to come home. So if y'all could leave your cash with me for camping on Friday, that would be great.
So Denise,
yeah,
it's just you and I right now with a blue screen. So for everybody that's watching, just got a message from Terran. Calgary has a power outage, so he has no internet. So
okay.
unfortunately, fortunately, everybody gets a blue screen versus looking at us. Maybe.
That's great. That's good. We can just fly through this then. Can people still comment and ask questions?
Yeah. I'm reading the comments as they come up. Just looking. There was questions about the water level. The water's not low. Carl just asked, "What if we can't get a boat inspection on the way?" He's at Lake Diefenbaker already.
Yeah, I know where Carl's at. So the boat inspection, really, we just want to be really diligent about the AIS, and Make sure you hit a car wash if you've been in another body of water. Carl, you've been in Diefenbaker, so you're good. We will have spray there, quat spray to spray your boats down, but make sure you have the dirt and stuff off of them, or the spray isn't going to do anything. So hit a car wash. We'll check them over. That includes your gear, your nets, any ropes that are in the water, things like that. We want to do our best to, keep our fisheries clean and free of AIS. So don't worry if you can't find an inspection station. Just do your best to make sure your boat's clean.
Yeah, and with that, just for everybody, just make sure that if you do have any standing water in it, try and get all of that, get that water out of it. Do a give it a good wipe down. Carl says Jim wants to know if he can come. Oh, Terran's coming back, it looks like. Jim asks, can I come on Thursday?
Yes. Larry will be back on duty Thursday. I'm hoping to be there tomorrow. Thursday's fine. There isn't anybody there. It's all us. So just remember, if you're going in and nobody is there yet, try and park. Like, I don't know how I explain it, but if the bushes are like this, try not to park like this. Try to park like this, like back in if you can, and take up as little space as possible. The other thing that does is gives the person beside you some shade, because anyone that's been there knows it gets blazing hot and there are no trees. So if we kind of stack ourselves up in there, it'll be a little bit better.
Sorry, I just got back. My power went out, of course. Great timing.
No worries.
Did you guys answer any of these questions, or should I throw them on the screen?
Yeah, no, we've been answering them all. So
okay, perfect. Continue. Yeah. My bad.
Okay. So that kind of covers the camping and the directions. Definitely bring your own water. Generators are allowed. As far as someone asked about the water level, Mike?
Yeah, they asked about the water level, and it was Robin asked, but then I believe it was Dave Parkinson said the water is not low.
Carlson.
No, it's actually one of the higher years we've had. It's kind of nice to see. So that will be good. Just kind of going back to my visit with Larry today, if anyone's on the fence about registering, he gave me some really good news. And I know some of us are trying to cross off species for the slam. And there's one elusive species that people have been catching quite a bit there. So if you're looking for something that starts with B, you might want to come out to Herbert Ferry this weekend. They're still hanging around. So the other thing people have been catching right offshore is really nice rainbow trout. So those, I'm sure all of you have seen some of the massive rainbow trout that come out of here. So that's another one that would be fun to cross off.
I'm just wondering when we added beer to the SummerSlam.
Hey, you know what?
It starts with B. Yeah, Carl says bonefish. I agree. Barracuda?
It ends with T. Anyways,
Barracuda.
So yeah. What's that?
Barracudat.
Oh shoot. So let's see. We know where we're going. We know how we're getting there. We know what we're doing there. So let's talk about, should we go into the rules now? All right, the boring stuff. All participants must have a valid Saskatchewan fishing license. Of course, we follow all the Saskatchewan regulations. So the other thing is we also follow our regulations, which is barbless hooks. So anything you have tied on is barbless. We want to kind of follow through with our trail rules, and that is one of them. So let's see. You have to wear a PFD. If you are seen without your PFD, you can be disqualified. It can't just be over your shoulder. It can't be a stand-up, one of those belts. It needs to be, it can be inflatable, one of the kind of the over-the-shoulder vest kinds, but it has to be done up and on. You know, we want to make sure we're all safe out there. It could be windy on Saturday afternoon. So you need your PFD, and there's not really a lot of movement on that. If we see you, there's going to be some consequences. Let's see, meeting, we're doing that right now. Everyone's watching. So we don't have any boundaries. It's as far as your little legs or arms want to take you.
Whoa. Technically, they can come into Alberta if you don't have boundaries.
If you want to go that far.
just going to throw that out there. I'm going to fish it from here.
Stay in Saskatchewan.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, no boundaries. You can cross the river. There's a little Prairie Lakes community over there. There's a nice little bay. There's all kind of structure. There's all kind of reefs. So have fun exploring if you haven't fished here. I'm sure all of you have seen pictures of the walleye here. We're hitting this a couple weeks before the walleye derby, which usually we are the week after the walleye derby. I've heard the clarity is good, so the mountain runoff is not making stuff muddy. It's already settled out, so I think we're really good. Water temps are good. So yeah, as just fish wherever you want as long as you're safe. I really would like participants to check in with me so I know that you are here. We have a list of everyone who's fishing, so I want to make sure everyone makes it, whether bad roads or vehicle issues or whatever, and just check in and make sure, let me know that you are intending to fish if there's an emergency. So let me know when you're fishing. Human powered watercraft. So you can be in a canoe, stand-up paddleboard, John boat, as long as it's paddled or pedaled, you're fine. You can find something that floats and fish out of that. You can you can paddle a pontoon boat out in the bay and anchor it if you want. So
Caden still got his Ranger?
No, he sold it, but
Oh.
that would be a really good idea. So the other thing that we don't allow is mother shipping. If you decide you see a boat out fishing and they say, hey, I'll give you a ride, that is not allowed. So just get there on your own steam. What else? Fish mortality. If you have a fish that passes away, it can't be counted. It can't be logged in your catch. There will be a cooler on shore marked very clearly with our trail. There'll be ice in it. Put that fish on ice and we will count that toward one of our limits and we'll fry it up later on in the evening. So I want to know what the count is as well, so we can report to fisheries. So if you can kind of keep a tally of how many fish you're catching in the day and species, that would be great, because what we see on the app doesn't actually give us a true picture of what has been caught through the day.
Yeah, it only shows the ones that are your biggest ones probably, right? So you catch your first 5 and then after that you're just, oh, that one's too small, throw it back. So it's good to know the numbers, right?
It's really good to know the numbers, and it helps fisheries, and that's really what we're here for. You know, we want to keep things healthy and going, and if we give them research and data back, that helps them. So I think at Flint's 2 tournaments, something like 450 fish caught. So it's kind of
crazy.
Fun. Yeah, kind of fun to know those numbers. So if you can keep a running total in your head, it doesn't have to be exact, but it as close as possible would be great. So as far as catching the fish, there is a 5-fish walleye limit in the tournament. So that's our main tournament. There's also a side bet for walleye put up by our own Dave Parkinson with his company AutoSmarts from Regina. He's added $300 to that, and the buy-in is $20 for the side bet. So bring cash for that. Because you never know when you're going to get one of those deep tanks. So the big fish last year went to Flynn, and he took home one of the prettiest trophies. He's got it on his mantle at his house. It looks great. But I tried to convince him it would look good on my mantle, but he didn't go for that. So there's another really nice trophy that Dave has provided for us this year. So if you want to buy in, bring $20 for that one. In the mini tournament, that's another little category underneath the main tournament. There's a 6-fish limit. You are going to catch other species out there. so we thought we might as well add a multi tournament to this. So you will get a point in the tournament. You don't have to keep measuring when you catch a pike or a whitefish or a perch. You just measure one. Then that one goes into it gets time logged with your EXIF data. We can see what time you loaded it, and then we know that you caught one of that species. So that you don't have to pick a walleye. A walleye will be automatically put into that for you. So the 6 species that we added in there is walleye, of course, pike, whitefish, perch, burbot, and sucker. And I thought I had trout in there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't think you did, but maybe I can add it if you would like.
Yeah, let me check my CFE, Terran. We may add a rainbow to that. I'm not sure why I don't have that on there, but we'll figure that out and let everyone know. So for entering fish, I think
before you go, I got a couple questions here. So
yep.
Questions from Derek. Does it have to be measured or just a pick with the fish showing the code?
Has to be measured on your bump board with your tag. Yeah,
just like any other fish entry.
Yeah, any other fish. So actually, you know what, Terran, I don't have. I'm gonna check that list again because I don't have goldeye on there, and goldeye has definitely been approved by fisheries. So I'm gonna check that list again. I'm not sure.
And then John asked if he can make it. Can he use someone's barbecue?
Yes.
I'm sure someone's barbecue can be available, John.
And Brian's gonna have the Blackstone there and hooked up for anyone that wants to cook on it. So right by the camp kitchen.
With that too, everybody that is going, please register right away and pay right away because there's no cell service down there. So we'll be getting a message to Denise of these are the people that paid, and if your payment hasn't come through before it's time to fish, none of your fish will be counted in there. We'll be pulling you out of the derby. So it's going to need to be registered and paid before you hit that derby.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's actually a little bit ways that we have to drive up to get service. So if you can get all that wrapped up Friday morning-ish, that would be awesome. I will drive up Friday afternoon to kind of touch base with the rest of the directors and see who's paid and who's entered. So Friday morning would be great. Then the earlier the better, though, because I'm planning for a meal. There'll be Brian's actually cooking smash burgers for us all on Saturday. So planning for food is nice when I know how many I'm planning for.
Absolutely. The one thing I wanted to bring up too, and this is we bring it up all the time. We will no longer be allowing it. Your pitchers must be belly to belly. The fish's white belly must be facing you. Any pitchers that are not belly to belly will just be denied instantly. There won't be any warnings, anything anymore. Everybody can consider this is the 9th captain's meeting we've had this year. You can consider this as your 9th warning for every single person out there that any pitcher that is not belly to belly will just be automatically denied for any derby moving forward.
Yeah.
One more question. Is Saturday broken into 2 parts again like last year?
No, we decided that we were going to come off the water on Saturday. It made it a little bit too hard getting fish loaded and getting organized and going again for Sunday. But what we are going to do is, I know a lot of people have driven quite a ways to fish this river system. So we're going to give it another code Sunday night. And so you're free.
Saturday night,
I mean, for Sunday. So you're free when you come off the water, come grab a burger, come eat, take a break, but you can go out for the evening fish and try and cross off some of those species that you want. So we just thought it might give people a little bit more freedom to either fish or rest. But we're back on the water Saturday morning for half a day and off at 1. So that code, I got a little whiteboard. It's not very big, but it'll be over by my camper, and I will write the new code on this on Saturday night. I'd like everybody off the water like 8:30. It just if there is an emergency, it gives us a little bit of daylight to still go look for people. So 8:30, check in, let me know you're off the water if you were out fishing in the evening. And then once everyone's off the water, hoping by 9 p.m., I'll release that other code. If you don't get it in the evening, it will be written on that whiteboard outside of my camper. So you'll be able to grab it as you go down to your boat.
Yeah, so just to clarify, that evening fishing that she's talking about, that is not for this event. That's more just if you want to go catch fish for SummerSlam or just go catch fish on Saturday evening, you're welcome to. Saturday's fishing ends at 5, correct?
Saturday I have on the schedule. What do you have on the app?
I think it was 5.
I think it was 5 too, yeah. So I think we come off at 5. And
Saturday
then
was a regular day, I believe, and then Sunday's the shorter day.
Yeah, that's what we're planning for. So and then supper will go up. If people didn't find service on the water, we'll drive up and load fish. Whenever at some point Saturday evening, go up top and load fish, then you're free to do whatever you want Saturday night. Like you said, it's personal time.
Robin said no afternoon nap Saturday. Absolutely, you can. You just do it on the water with a bell on the end of your fishing rod.
Ron was actually, he won't be napping. He was the one that was furthest out in the waves last year, just going hard. Like the guy that is not a water guy at all.
Yeah.
We got him into kayak fishing, and now we've created a monster.
Yeah.
I had to look twice. I was like, I think that's Ron's boat out there off the point, and he was just like rocking. And I was, well, I guess he's comfortable now. So, all right. Was there any more?
Just so you know, right now, Fishing Chaos says 6 to 6 for Saturday.
6 to 6. Yeah, I had that in my rules as well. I think we went with a little bit longer day because we get a little bit of that evening bite.
So I'll leave that unless you guys want to change it, but that's what it is currently. So 6 to 6 on Saturday. Then you can come off, have a burger. You can go back on for a couple hours if you want for SummerSlam fishing. And then Sunday morning, 6 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yep.
Okay. That is what
sounds good. That's a good solid 12 hours.
Yeah,
you might want to have.
That's going to be you might need a nap in the middle of that day. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong. No, things kind of slow down for a little bit there anyways. So
yeah, Ron just bought himself a new Recon, so he's going to break it in.
Perfect spot to break it in. Let's see. So we're going to go with, we got the anglers. Okay. So as far as measuring fish goes, I think most of us will be pretty familiar with it. If there's someone that isn't familiar with measuring fish on a bump board and taking pictures, there's always lots of help. We're more than willing to help you hold the fish, get the picture, whatever you need, get a hero picture for you. Just call someone over if you're having trouble. But the fish, like Mike said, does need to be snout against the bump board and belly to belly. Otherwise, the fish aren't going to be approved. So make sure that you are able to do that. If you aren't able to do that, ask for help. There will be enough of us out there that someone can give you a hand. Tails can be pinched, and we do not round up. We go to the line as the tail crosses it. So that's for measuring. And please enter your amounts in inches.
Yeah. There's been times when we've had we've had it in centimeters. Derek asks, any rules about mouth being open?
Mouth can be open. If we're all doing mouth open, that gives us all the same advantage.
Yeah, it's just got to be touching the end. Or touching for the board.
To me, I think the only fish that really matters with mouth open would be bass.
Yeah.
Like pike have got a lower jaw. Their lower jaw is longer. Their mouth can be open, closed. It's not gonna. You're probably gonna lose you're probably going to lose measurement on most fish if their mouth is open. So, except bass.
Yeah, and we're not catching bass, so we should be fine there.
Yeah. And then Dave's asking, what time can we launch at?
You can launch anytime. I just would like to know there'll be a marker at the wiper race board. If you are leaving at a ridiculous time that I'm not up, leave me a note on the whiteboard and just say Dave out. So I know what time you left, and like put the time. So then I know about how far. If you've made it to Alberta, then you know you would have left at about 2.
Yeah, you're allowed to launch at any time, I believe, but you're not allowed to push until 6. So
if you're coming to Alberta, maybe hook into a big burbot and bring it out to me. Don't claim it for anything. I'd love some fish and chips Saturday night. So I'll meet up with you and get it.
Sweet, good. Okay, so if there is, let's see, let's do number 12 first. We're guests, right? So we're camping. We've been invited back to Herbert Ferry. We want to be invited back again. So remember, we're guests on the lake. We're guests in the campground and in the whole park. So please clean up after yourselves. We like to leave a place better than when we came. So do your part, and then hopefully we can be invited back next year. If there's any challenges, there is a feature on the app that you can challenge fish. If you can't find service, feel free to do that verbally. If texting isn't an option or using the app thing, we can do a verbal challenge option on shore. I'm not planning on fishing. I'll be out on the water a bit taking pictures and stuff. So you should be able to find me if there's an issue. I'm not verifying fish. There's going to be some other directors doing that. So the decision of the directors is final. Once it's made, it's made. So hopefully y'all can deal with that. Is there any other questions?
One more here from Gord. Can we still
drive down and launch off that beach?
Can you still launch off that beach? Yes. Yeah, we'll still be launching, right? Like that beach we always launch off of, Gord, I think is what you're talking about in front of the camp kitchen. Yes. So bring your wheels if you have wheels for your kayaks. Otherwise, we all left our kayaks down there. It's super, super safe, super easy. It actually is not that far to wheel them down. There is a place you can drive if you want to dump your kayak off and then come up to the campground first. So that is doable. This is G Bus. Gord, you're coming out, so you can hand out your lures.
Well, I was looking at who's paid and who hasn't, who's paid and who's registered, and so far it only looks like there's about 8 people coming. So you guys need to get on and register and pay.
There's 9 right now, I think. Yeah, but I think is Denise in there? I don't know.
No, I think you removed me.
I removed you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I will register if we need numbers. So we'll see. I've heard from a lot of people that they're coming. They just they're confirming a few things. So actually, the fella that won the first year, a local guy, the first year we had it at Herbert Ferry, he's going to come back this year. So I'm waiting to hear back from him. He's almost 99% sure. So that'll be awesome to have that local guy back. What else am I missing then? I think we covered pretty much everything. Prizes will be awarded once everybody gets their fish loaded on Sunday. We'll try and get everyone on the road. You are welcome to stay and camp. If you want to stay another night, feel free to do that. We aren't being kicked out of there. Just trying to think. So I talked about big fish.
Carl just mentioned that the world record rainbow came out of Diefenbaker, just so everybody's aware.
Derek Ramage, is there a wind number that's too much to fish? Is that like your sleep number?
A wind number? No, No, I mean, there should be some protection in that bay, so we'll be able to, catch goldeye. I'm giving hints, right? Rainbow off the shore, goldeye in the bay. So,
yeah. And with that, I mean, I think we've only ever had one derby that we actually stopped the event because of wind, and that was one of the trout derbies early on, and it got horrible. We had two pro anglers flip over. Other than that, I mean, it's you've got to do what you're comfortable in. If it gets really bad, Denise will call it. Do you have an air horn or something?
I will have one out there.
Yeah, so I mean, if the weather gets really bad for people, please just be cognizant of the weather's getting bad. Find shelter on shore. If you find somewhere that's got cell service, go somewhere that's got cell service. Let Denise know that you're safe on shore. But otherwise, if you know it's starting to get bad, try and get your way back to the launch.
Yeah, it's pretty easy on the river because it's, two directions to go. So it's pretty easy to go further than you think. So make sure you plan your way back and watch the weather. It turns really quickly. So just be aware of your surroundings there. There may be a lot of anglers and boats out there pre-fishing for the walleye derby. It's a little bit early, but we may have some guys out there. So I don't think we'll be alone if things do go sideways. So yeah, fish to whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Your husband wants to know about firewood.
He's got a lot of work to do. So
start cutting trees, Brian.
Well, you supplying?
No, there's no trees to cut here. We are bringing firewood. Larry said there's still a little bit left from last year when we were there. So I think we'll be okay for firewood. There's a community fire pit. We'll have that going in the evenings. We talked about firewood. I don't know why he's asking about firewood. I guess just helping out.
He wants everybody to know about firewood.
Right. It's not a secret. There will be firewood. So is there any other questions? I invited Dave Gillis to come on and talk a little bit about the organization that we are gonna any proceeds that come from this, we're gonna donate to the event called Wishin' I Was Fishing, and it's a charity that does an event for kids that need a boost up in life, and so they get them a rod, reel, combo, tackle box full of lures and stuff, and they have COs and volunteers come out up by Coulee region by the fish research station. So they do some education, they do some teaching, and they get them out fishing and get them all on fish. And so these kids leave with some tools in the outdoors and just some kind of wilderness therapy, something that they can do. They go home with that equipment. They have a buff and t-shirt and things like that. So it's a really nice organization to help. This year is really important to give back to them because of the election. All of the government agencies had to pull out of funding, so they lost a lot of funding that way. So I'm hoping that we can give them a little something to help fill those tackle boxes and get those kids fishing. So that's the charity that we chose. I think it's all close to our hearts. Someone took us fishing when we were young, so that's probably why we're here.
Denise, Carl just kind of brought it up. Why don't you talk about the kayak now?
I'm going to talk about the kayak. So what's happening with the kayak? We did a mini trail series. So Stillwater, we kind of put our heads together, and in order to encourage anglers to move around the Eastern tournaments a bit and try some they hadn't tried before, we put together Wellman, the two in Flin Flon, Ruby's Gator Classic and Madness on Mosher, and the Coulee Classic. So if you attended all four, you will have 5 ballots in the draw. You have to have attended one of the tournaments up north as well as Coulee. if you attend all 4, you get a bonus one of 5. So Mike, so if
Told
you
you, color commentary today. It's great.
it's great. I love it. So, and then if you attended one in the north and Coulee, you'll have those 2 in. So it is a draw, and it is a little bit more specific this year. Hopefully next year it will encourage everyone to move around the trail a little bit more and try some tournaments they maybe haven't tried before. So that kayak, it's a new canoe F10 in a thunderstorm color. It's really gorgeous. Stillwater's bringing that out on Sunday. Those guys are incredible. They actually are going to come in Friday with a table. They will be there to answer questions. Bryce emailed me today. He wanted everyone to know if there is something that you're wanting from their store, get online. Please, try and have it ordered by Thursday. Select pickup at store, and in the notes put Coulee Classic, and they will bring your order with them. So that was pretty generous of them, but they're going to be around all weekend to answer questions and chat with everyone. And then on Sunday, they will do the presentation of the kayak for our mini trail series. We do have some other door prizes for everybody. We have a really nice cooler we're giving away, and some Overland donated some prizes. CR Baits put together some really cool colored jig packs for us. Every angler, the first 25, if we hit 25, everyone gets a jig pack. We have our trail sponsored Luz has given us another rod for this tournament. Strike King. We've got some lures and line Cabela's, G-Bus Outdoors. Overland put an awesome package of just a variety of lures and actually some really cute kids rod combos. So we've got a little bit of the kid theme going on there. I'm going to miss somebody, but we just thank you so much to all of our sponsors. We can't do this without you. So G-Bus is going to be there, it looks like, from the comments. So he's given us 10 hand-painted custom lures. So those will be up for grabs. And we've got, I think I have one of the last Ruby's bump boards left for a prize. So we've got a good number of prizes there, including the kayak. So I think it'll be a good tournament, and we still have the cash payout. So first, second, third, if we get to 16 anglers, we'll pay to third place.
And worst case scenario, if you need an extra prize, auction off a date night with Brian Fletcher. That'll get some good bucks.
Of course it
Chopping
will.
wood.
That guy's got some good legs.
Well, if Brian's listening, he should actually bring up our main door prize from the basement.
He did say if you have extra wood, bring some.
He doesn't want to chop wood.
Obviously not.
Yeah, and then I think we've got something from Confluence Outdoors too. We've just been really fortunate with our sponsors. So I did, as I was unpacking, we moved recently. So as I was unpacking, I did find some of last year's, I don't know if you can see these, from CR. Custom Trail Colors jig pack. Anyone that got these at the tournament knows they're incredible. They work great. They're really well made. So I found a couple of these. So we're going to do a little contest. I'm hoping everyone can get their jig packs from CR before they hit the water. And if you catch, Brian,
I'll pay $25 for a date with you, bud.
Oh gosh. Okay, so post a picture of the fish you caught, tag CR Baits in it, and we'll get you these custom jigs. So we want to have a CR Bait jig in the fish's mouth in the picture. Get them some love. The other thing, I found a couple of these from last season. There are custom trail Wish and Eyes fishing, and we'll have some of those up for silent auction. If you know anyone that collects Len Thompson, there are only a few of these left, so we'll have those there. So bring cash. I'm probably going to do a progressive 50-50 through the weekend too, and that will go to Wishing I Was Fishing.
Oh, whoa. Robin's outbidding me already. She's like $30 if he gets me on the big fish.
There,
Oh, this is interesting.
35.
I like
there we go.
35, Robin.
this will be fun.
This could get up there. G-Bus is asking are we doing
Gordon's
big
got a
fish?
question.
I think you mentioned that already.
Yeah, we're doing big fish. There's a picture of the trophy on our Facebook page, I believe, in our Instagram, Gord. It's $300 added money from AutoSmart's Regina, which is Dave's company. Thank you, Dave. And $20 buy-in for big fish. And last year, I think Flynn, he ended up taking first because he got big fish and just had a runaway with the walleyes. So he, I think he went home with over $1,000 that weekend and the trophy.
We need one of G-Bus's cranks to catch the big ones.
Well, you know what? That would be a good post too. Give G-Bus some love. Anything you win from our sponsors. I just got a message from Curtis. It was so nice. He reached out and said, what's the best way to tag our sponsors and get them thanked online? So thank you, Curtis, for thinking of that, because we really, really need to show our appreciation for what they do for us. We couldn't run this trail without the prizes to put a little bit more added incentive. So really, really appreciate some of these companies are big and some.
Did we lose her?
I don't know. Oh,
there we go. We lost you there, Denise.
lost
We didn't hear what you said.
saying. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. You just
Okay.
We lost you right when you said some of our sponsors are big, some are little. I think that's what you were saying.
Oh, yeah, just saying that they all come through in a really big way for us, and so showing that appreciation is really nice. I don't think I'm missing anything, but watch the trail page. Reach out to me if you have any questions. I think my cell number is on the app. Is that right, Terran?
Yep, should be.
Yeah. Okay. And then don't get too focused on that multi-species. I will repost the correct species that are supposed to be on there,
And
because
I'll get it updated in the app too for when.
Yeah, we'll get it fixed up on there. So pack all of your stuff for all of the fish. Okay. Dave Gillis for Wishing I Was Fishing said he got busy with work, but he's just really appreciates what we're doing to help him out. That's with the Wishing I Was Fishing event. All right. I talked about camping, talked about gender. Yeah, we're all good. Okay. So other than that, just safe travels and cover your rear windows if you're hauling a trailer, please. And one other thing, a lesson from Flynn's tournament. If you are coming fishing, please tie your phone to you, because we had someone dump their phone in the lake this weekend, and that is the saddest way to go home from a tournament. So we don't want anyone losing their phone.
I don't know if people will be able to get them in time. There is a little thing from Amazon, and a ton of us have them. I'm just trying to see if I can find it here. It's just a little thing that you actually stick on the inside cover, or like on the back side of your cell phone case, and it's got a little D-ring that sticks outside of the charging port. There you go. You can get them on Amazon. I'm looking right now.
And then you put a. Sorry, that was my.
Yeah. So the ones kind of like Denise has. There's ones on Amazon right now. You can get. I don't even know if it's one or two that you're getting. I think it's just one, but it's $6. So you can take it. I've put them. I've actually. Oh, Dave just says Staples has them. I've taken them and I've stuck them to the inside of the phone case. Now phone cases stick so hard. I don't even take the the cover off anymore. I just put it in the phone case, slap my phone on. When I'm done fishing, I pop it out. I take it right out, so it's not there all the time.
Yeah.
For $6, it saves you $1,000 from buying a phone.
Yep.
Yeah, they're called Night Eyes. It's NITE and then IZE. So they sell them. I think I've got them at Home Depot before too, but yeah, Staples has them.
Yeah, like the ones that I bought on Amazon, I think they're called like what are they here? Smartphone safety tether. If you look at that up, like I said, right now I'm looking at it. They're 15% off right now for $6.76. And if I order within the next 4 hours, I can have it here by Thursday. So
yeah, that's a good deal. Hey, Brian, bring the cat.
I see Vernon says a new phone and lanyard was ordered. Don't feel bad, Vernon. One of our trout derbies, Dave Band actually lost his there. I want to give a shout out while we've got a second. I want to really give a shout out to Dave Band. He was supposed to come up to Ruby's and Mosier's, but he is a mechanic for WestJet. So Dave, thank you for everything you do at keeping our planes in the air and us all safe. And we said we could refund his money. We could apply it to other derbies. He's like, no, man, just include my money in the prize pots. So thank you so much for that, Dave. That was great of you to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah.
One final thing I thought of is make sure you have like a safety kit in your kayak, like the one with the rope and because I'd heard, at least from my brother over at Mosher, that my cousin wasn't feeling very well on the afternoon, and he had to tow him back all the way from Little Mosher. So it's handy when you have he said he took him 2 hours to tow him back from the north end of the lake. During the derby, so.
Well, you're required by law to have that on your boat. What I always do is I've got the NRS straps for tying my boat down. I always leave one in my boat that I can attach to my boat, even if you're just out in the water and you want to just kind of make a little flotilla and sit around and BS. You guys can tie the kayaks up together with them, stuff like that, and just kind of sit together. So yeah, it definitely never hurts.
Yeah.
Terran,
it doesn't hurt to have that whistle too, because that has saved people on the water.
You want me to share your screen there, Mike?
Yeah, if you want to click share my screen and then just click, you can see the microphone and the camera on each of us down at the bottom. If you click the camera button on each of our little things across the bottom of the screen, it'll just turn our cameras off.
So you want your screen?
Just share that screen. This is where we're sitting right now after what is it? 8 derbies. So this is the best of 6. You can get rid of my picture too.
There we go.
So there's where we're sitting right now. Best of 6. The most derbies that have been attended is 6. So that is your top 15 for the Western Canada Kayak Fishing Trail. Eric Lewis, that looks like a lot, but man, we've got 3 derbies still left to go, so it's still anybody's game. I would say probably anybody in that top 10, because they're likely going to be hitting at least 2 to 3 more derbies. So it could go around. But Curtis Jensen with the cash, $740 already this year.
Sucker derby helps.
But and with that, I haven't input the cash on this. So this is, the points are up to now, but none of the cash is actually in there for the last couple derbies. So yeah, Curtis is up over $1,000, I do believe.
Well
the cash is an input. I just wanted to show the totals right now, but yeah, Curtis has had a good season for paying his fishing bills.
Yeah, paying for some of that gas.
And ironically, I mean, if you really look at that, we have out of all the directors, you can tell Flynn works the least. He's in second place, and that's he's 5 points ahead of Gord, and it's going to be I guarantee you probably that top 8 is what you're going to see. Those are the people that it could go any way, because I know for a fact that out of the 3 derbies left, like Jim Kind will be hitting 3 of the derbies, I believe. I think he's going to Lesser Slave as well, or he'll be hitting at least 2 of them. So it's really anybody's game right now. It's going to be an interesting year. We changed it to only include 6 derbies this year, so you guys really have to. It's not how many derbies you hit; it's how well you do in your derbies. So it's going to be phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. That's neat to see.
And I've got to say this: it's really cool to see out of that. But I mean, you've got Saskatchewan, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. Like we've got some competition from the prairies.
Yeah.
So it's good to see.
Brian, you do still have a chance.
Not
really.
Well, hold on, Brian. I'll tell you where you are.
Brian.
Oh, he's scrolling down.
Brian's in good company though. He caught walleye without his identifier. Like I think there's a couple other guys recently.
Hey, Brian, you're only like 60-ish places behind me. And I didn't crack the top 25, so.
Oh, shoot.
So we're in good company.
That's great. Well, it'll be fun to see what happens after this weekend.
Yeah, you betcha.
Yeah. So I haven't added a prize that I need to do kind of a shameless plug here. I went outside yesterday and heard something under my deck. And this is going home.
Somebody's getting a skunk.
A kitty.
Isn't she cute?
Oh my God, I'm so glad Emily is not watching this.
Emily, come here. So anyways, if anyone is looking for a cat, this is an abandoned little kitty that I can't have. So, or I'll just do her as a prize.
Convince my brother to come, and it can become a farm kitty for my mom.
Oh, she would be a great farm kitty.
Well, you know what? Jim is coming out, and Jim does have cats. Maybe he needs a little one to keep the other ones young.
Right.
Just open his trailer door, put it in there as he's leaving. He'll come home with a cat.
Well, I don't know what to do with it if I don't find a home for it. It's gonna have to be a camping cat, I guess, this weekend. So
camping cat, yeah.
I'll be one of those people.
Is Trevor? Are Trevor and Terry fishing the Coulee?
No, I don't think so.
I was gonna say, I wonder how the cat would get along with Stewie.
Right.
Cat and rabbit.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be a great weekend, everyone. So just if you have people on the fence, we're actually really nice, laid back people. So if you're nervous, don't worry. Come on out, and we'll help you out. Well, most of us are. So yeah, don't be intimidated. We want to go out and have fun, and if people want to learn, we're more than willing. Some of us have extra kayaks, extra bump boards. Let us know.
No, absolutely. It's been a great year already, and there's 3 great tournaments left. Anybody that's on the fence, hit Coulee. Come back and hit Carl's Derby at Lesser Slave. It's always, I have caught some massive walleye out on Lesser Slave Lake. We've caught 12-pound walleye off a shore on that lake. So wow. It's absolutely amazing. You could hit nothing or you could hit the mother lode and hammer massive fish all day long. So it's a little earlier this year too. So who knows? It might turn out very productive.
Yeah, and then there's Cold Lake in August, so you still have a couple chances to add some derbies.
Yep.
But only if you got buzz bombs.
Well, I actually do have some.
Denise, you got about 700 now.
I do.
That's why Brian can't retire. Denise bought buzz bombs everywhere. Everywhere she goes, she buys $1,000 in buzz bombs.
Well, Broden would like that, but not quite. Yeah, the other thing I meant to mention, I have them sitting here. If you don't have one of these, I will have some for you. So these are your identifier cards. Some of you are probably getting full, so I will have extra for you go-getters too.
Do you still have any of the flags or anything?
I might. I'm not sure if Flynn took the bag or not, but I might have that actually. So
okay.
Flynn has the, yeah. So they'll be at Coulee. I think there's a couple flags left. There's keychains, stickers. And one thing I didn't mention at the last meeting was we do have our online merch store, Peds Threads. If anyone wants trail merch, or if any partners out there want to buy their fishing spouses gifts for Christmas or birthdays, go online to Peds Threads, and I think that link is on our website or Facebook, and you can pick whatever you want and put our logo on it. So check it out. Cindy's been really great to open that store for us. She will ship it direct to you, so you don't have to deal with us messing up your sizes and everything.
Excellent. Well,
yeah.
I wish everybody the best of luck this weekend.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good
gonna be fun. I'll be thinking of you guys all. We're gonna have a nice relaxing Saturday, and then Sunday morning I'm heading off on my I'm heading off for a week into the Okanagan with my brothers. So
yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, no measuring boards, no taking photos of fish, just going out with the canoe, the inflatable kayaks, and going and hitting a bunch of amazing trout lakes for the weekends or for the week. So it'll be good.
Perfect. That is great. Good. Well, thanks, Terran.
No
Good job, Terran. Next time, try and keep your internet a little longer.
Yeah, that would be advantageous.
Just have your phone ready to hotspot back in if you need to.
Next time.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining tonight and asking questions. And like I said, reach out if you think of anything after the fact.
Okay. Well, everybody have a good evening.
Yeah. Good night. We'll see you at Coulee.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.